Murderbot has concluded after 9 sardonic weeks. With the show's renewal now official, The Perimeter, written by showrunners Chris and Paul Weitz and directed by the latter, signifies the conclusion of one journey and the start of another. Murderbot's cast and crew deserve as many seasons as they require to continue bringing author Martha Wells' series to the big screen. It's been enjoyable to watch the Apple TV Plus adaptation capture the essence of the original work and bring those delights to a new audience as a fan of Wells' charmingly unusual work. The Perimeter is a subdued season finale by most measures. The explosive action in Murderbot's penultimate episode was concluded, paving the way for episode 10, a bittersweet, hopeful coda that featured a thematically significant role reversal and satisfying resolutions for its main characters. This time, the Preservation Alliance survey team is defending a defenseless Murderbot, rather than Murderbot grudgingly defending its defenseless human clients. To no one's surprise, they do this out of love for their socially awkward SecUnit rather than out of moral obligation. Last week, Murderbot wakes up to a nightmare after giving its life to keep Mensa safe. Its injuries may be healed, but it is once more at the mercy of the company that made it. It is confined to a table in a sterile-looking room while 2 mocking employees disregard its confused, terrified cries for assistance and its demands for information. Rather, the men use the occasion to install a functional governor module, initiate a complete memory wipe, and spit in Murderbot's face. Rat T, meanwhile, is on watch duty in Port Freecommerce main lobby, keeping an eye out for any indications of Murderbot in the transport lanes and milling crowds. When he sees his best friend and its armed human escorts, he runs up to Seki with joy. However, when Murderbot doesn't react to his excitement, it's not his own choice. Rather, it's because Murderbot doesn't recognize Rat T. Everyone, with the exception of Mensa, is depressed when the team gets back together in their rented space. Even though Murderbot's programming cannot reverse a factory reset, Gurathin provides the smallest hope. The company must have saved its memories on a backup server so they can search through them for even one particle of monetary value. The bad news? Their remaining remnants won't be sufficient to bring back Murderbot's complete, authentic personality. There is agreement to continue trying, and while Gurathin plans how to save his fictitious adversary, lawyer extraordinaire Pinley, Sabrina Wu, gets ready to order the company to stop doing anything on Sunday. Security guards have erected a barricade outside the company's headquarters to keep out a large group of working-class employees who are protesting the company's cruel practices. The power-hungry officers gladly order several SEC units, including Murderbot, to break up the demonstration by breaking bones when they start chanting "We're not slaves." The mindless obedience of Murderbot is short-lived. The fragmented memories of the screaming, escaping clients it unwittingly shot down are triggered when violence is inflicted upon innocent bystanders. In the residential suites, Gurathin pays a visit to a former acquaintance who gave him illegal drugs and who also denies responsibility for allowing Gurathin to become addicted. The man uses his security clearance to smuggle Gurathin into one of the company's server rooms in spite of their animosity. Gurathin changes strategies after multiple unsuccessful attempts to recover what's left of Murderbot's memories. He looks up the rise and fall of Sanctuary Moon and follows the findings back to the original source, and it works flawlessly. The rest of the team jumps into action at the same time. Speaking to a small group of reporters, Mensa lays out the facts about Grey Chris and the company's role in the Deltfall massacre, blaming the hacked SEC units while lauding the life-saving defense their own security unit offered. After obtaining a court-issued injunction, Pinley and Rat T eventually locate Murderbot in the company's disassembly rooms. It is not too late, as it is just seconds away from dying in an acid bath, which is the exact fate it has been attempting to evade since turning off its governor module. The season finale, Murderbot selects its next adventure. With the exception of throwing up in the kitchen sink right away, Gurathin returns from his perilous adventure largely unharmed. He manually connects his augmentations into Murderbot's system after telling Mensa he hasn't relapsed. The memories flood in, including the awkwardness, the dangers, and the compassion. The human beings applaud, chuckle, weep, and acquaint Murderbot. They intend to take it home with them after purchasing its contract. Murderbot isn't human, which is the issue. Quite frankly, its identity and purpose are in flux without the framework of being a contracted killing machine. No matter how good the intentions of its clients are, it cannot switch one owner for another, even if it adopts Preservation UX's catchphrases and dresses in the comfortable clothes Arata fetched. With unquestionable, if conflicted, gratitude, Murderbot guards their peacefully sleeping forms once nightfall arrives. Gurathin stops it as it approaches the door and makes a whisper joke about scouting the area. He smiles and tells Murderbot that while it will take some time to get used to the Alliance's ways, it will be easier because he is surrounded by the galaxy's best people. Murderbot joins the throngs of people going about their daily lives as dawn turns the sky pink. It travels through the world for the first time, unnoticed and unconcerned. In case it needs a ride, however, it offers to share its media library with a departing transport ship's navigation bot. "I don't know what I want," acknowledges the narration. "However, I'm aware that I don't want anyone to dictate to me what I want or to make choices for me. Despite the fact that they are my favorite person." Cut to that favored human, Mensa, who awakens just in time to see a ship departing the docking bay and realize Murderbot is gone.